Robyn and Claire, and this week we are talking about makeup and nails. We had a really nice response when we were chatting about beauty and hair and everything, so we thought we'd do another kind of beauty-based chat for Wellbeing Wednesdays this week. And this week we've got two really nice guests on who have pampered me on many occasions. We've got Becca, who's makeup artist extraordinaire, and then we've got Ashley, who is nail technician extraordinaire and all things beauty also. So we were just going to kind of have a little chat about all things makeup and nails this week. We've had a few questions from people, and I've got questions, and I'm sure Claire and Robyn have as well, and I'm sure you've had questions from everyone on your pages as well, girls. But Becca, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about you and what you do and how we know each other and etc. etc.
So I started at Hollyoaks when I was 19. Obviously doing makeup and hair, and I went there as like a trainee, and then I was there for 7.5 years, and then last year I took the plunge and went freelance, and I've been really lucky. I've worked on like some lovely little things, and then been able to do like more like award shows and stuff like that. So I've glammed you up quite a few times, haven't I, for like
many occasions. Very sad that you've left us, but super excited that we can do more things together in the future and different events and things.
Yeah, definitely.
Questions of people kind of saying what inspired you to get into makeup, and how did you get into, for example, obviously you started at Hollyoaks, so how did you get into that, and tell us about that.
Yeah, I always get asked this question actually. Well, the inspiration, I just always just loved makeup and beauty and like hair, and loads of girls do anyway, don't they? But I think I just left school like knowing that that's what I wanted to do. And I had like really good influences. Like my auntie was just really into it, and she knew somebody at Hollyoaks. That wasn't the connection, but she knew somebody. So she always used to talk about like, oh, you could do it for TV, you could do this, and kind of, you know, such a young age. So that kind of just spurred me on. So I did beauty training first, like waxing and all that. And then I did makeup. And it was a funny one, really. At my college, they had like a bit of a connection with Hollyoaks. I think that their tutors had worked there before. And it was just at a time where Hollyoaks were looking for like apprenticeships. So they came to our college, so it was like just fell at the right time, and obviously I had to do like an interview and all that, and it kind of was just supposed to be a short-term work experience along with training, and then I just never left. So that's how it happened for me. So I know I was quite lucky, really. It kind of fell into my lap.
Yeah, but you're amazing at what you do as well, so that helps. You know what I mean?
I think a good thing to say to people is, before I got Hollyoaks, I always said yes to like work experience or go into, you know, shadow people, whether it be just somebody doing a wedding or somebody, you know, always say yes to those opportunities, because you just never know who you're going to meet on the way. And, you know, there's a lot of people that just do the training and then want to make money from it straight away. And I think there's a lot of like experience that gets you further than paid work to start with.
Yeah. You've got to have the passion and drive to do it as well, haven't you? And it's long hours, isn't it? It's, you know, you guys just work non-stop, so you've got to love it. I think once you're doing it, as well as having that creative flair and being good at it, you've got to have that passion.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Ash, we've known each other years now. Ashley looks after my nails, but not obviously for the last few weeks. Sad face. But Ash has her own little salon in Alderley Edge. And tell us a little bit about you and kind of how we know each other.
So I've literally done, as soon as I left school, I did beauty straight away. Literally, that is all I've done. I'm such a practical person, and I just knew that I would never be like one of those people that sit down and do like exam work. It's just not me. So I did that, and then I did an apprenticeship for like 4 years in salon, and then obviously I applied for the job at HD Brows. That's where I met Sarah.
Where we met,
which was amazing, and the training was just amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I just decided to take the plunge and go into Audley Ed and work on my own, and that's what I've done ever since, and I absolutely love it. So I have such lovely clients, and obviously I have Sarah as well.
What's amazing, I'd say, about both of you is that you're super hardworking and you just love what you do, and you throw yourselves into everything. And I think that's like a real key thing with what your profession and being successful. And you know, would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I think with our jobs, you've got to love it. You can't go and do people's nails, brows, and even makeup every day and not enjoy it, because there's just no point in it.
And I guess you're constantly learning as well, aren't you, Becca, like with different trends and different, using different brands or new things that are coming out all the time?
Yeah, definitely. And like people will ask me like, oh, what's the best thing to use for this? And I'm kind of in the same boat as people that aren't makeup artists, because there's that many products and that many brands coming out all the time. It's such a big industry that I'm trying new things all the time. There's things that I don't know about that, you know, clients will tell me and stuff. So it's, yeah, you've got to be kind of always, Instagram's great for that though, isn't it? Because you can always see like things coming up and new brands.
What people are using.
Yeah, definitely.
Lockdown.
What was that, sorry?
How have you both found it being on lockdown and obviously not being able to work in the normal capacity that you would?
Yeah, for me, I finished quite early, so like, I've not worked for nearly 12 weeks now. So obviously, like, that's just a massive impact, because I'm normally out 5 a.m. and I'm not home till 8 o'clock, so just being at home. And for a while I was like, oh, I need to do something. And that's why I was doing tutorials. I started to get into that because I just needed to pick my brushes back up and do something. So that's helped, but it was hard at first. Yeah, it was strange.
I think it's hard because even though obviously what we do is totally different to what you do, but we're working at one-to-one with clients all the time, and it's that you've got to be a people person, haven't you, in both our industries. So like we're not too bad, are we, Claire? Because we're still seeing people online on Zoom, so we're still training people and having a good chat and stuff. But I think if I wasn't doing that, I'd really miss that interaction with people every day and different people, because you find, I mean, one of my friends is a nail artist, and she says that she just finds that she's not just a nail artist, she's like a counsellor, she's a best friend, she's this, she's that, so she just knows everybody's life inside out. And when they like move or something, it's not the nails that they miss, it's her that they miss.
Yeah, I agree with that so much. As well, I found it as well at home. Clients obviously come to you, and a lot of clients come and like to get away from their like children for an hour, get their nails done, get a pamper. But I found being at home, I'm missing literally having conversations with clients as well.
I think your clients become your friends, don't you? And I think, you know, obviously we were friends before this, Ash, but I know that you have all your clients come in and they're like you say, they come in for their little catch up and for that little bit of time, but you know everything about everyone, and you're so like connected with those people. You do end up having a kind of friendship, don't you? The same with obviously us lot at work and you, Becca, and other people you work with. I think because you have that, it's almost an intimacy, isn't it? Like you kind of pampering, but you do have that one-on-one.
Yeah.
It is like a beauty family, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I always say to Tom, and he's like, you can't speak to your clients like you're the friends. And I'm like, they're literally all my friends.
And your tutorials, Becca, have been amazing, by the way. I've been absolutely loving them. So what kind of, with that, was that something that you were just like, actually, I want to do something, I'm missing being creative? Is it connecting with like the social audience? What was it about it that you decided to go, right, actually, I'm gonna do this? Because they've all been like really fun and colourful and gorgeous. Like what was it about it that made you go for that?
Well, I just kind of I was just lacking in that creativity, and I just one day sat there and thought, when am I going to be able to like do someone's face again? Like, when am I ever going to be able to pick up my brushes and actually just go with it? And like I don't ever really do, unless I'm going to like a festival. Like, I never do things like that with my face anyway, so it was weird even doing it on myself. And a good friend of mine, she just said, you need to just do the TikTok ones because they're really quick. Because like, even like talking now, like this, I always get a little bit shy with this kind of thing. So like sitting and talking through a tutorial, I'm like, oh God, I couldn't do that. But the TikTok ones are really quick, and there's music on and stuff. So but then the response was just so great. Like, everyone's just loving it and asking me to do different things. And it's like, it's just fun creating a look and then sitting at home with it on. But it is
in your living room.
Yeah, with just like really false eyelashes and gems stuck to my face. But I've got loads of kit that when you're at Hollyoaks, sometimes you don't even get to use things like that. And there's so many times in different jobs and photo shoots where you just do what they ask, and so it's actually probably been more creative than I ever have been, to be honest.
What's your favourite like look to do? What kind of style?
I love like an eyeliner flick. I feel like I naturally just go for that kind of shape.
I can't do that. I've never been able to do that.
I'm going to do a tutorial actually, either tomorrow or the day after, where I'm just going to do brows, eyeliner and blending, just like so people can actually pick up the tips and it's not just like crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I love colour, so just anything a bit different. There's so many great makeup artists to follow and be inspired by. So yeah, just having a little go at it.
What is kind of on trend with nails, Ash, at the moment? Because I feel like we've been so out of the loop with everything that I always come to you, and obviously with Hollyoaks, I'm kind of really restricted about what I can have, and I always see your other clients walking out and going, I want nose nails, and I can never have them.
Pink nude nails.
I'm always pinky nude or a little bit red in winter.
Yeah, all red.
So what if I could have anything when we come back, which I can't, but if I could, what's kind of on trend, do you think?
I feel like at the minute, especially like you say, looking on Instagram, there's a lot of people having a lot of nail arts like marbles. I did that the other week on my Instagram, and like a lot of people are having like shapes, stars. I mean, I'm definitely just a natural nude nail girl or a red, but everyone is loving the nail art at the minute, which is really good. So that is what I've been doing at home on myself, which is not as fun as doing it on clients.
I know you've both been doing your own things, haven't you? You've been doing your own nails, you've been doing your own makeup. Surprised you've not rolled Lois in and Tom.
Oh, that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get Lois, but she won't sit still. She just sits there for 5 minutes and then she's off. So we'll see what she ends up like.
I know.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, have you thought about doing like the stick-ons that you can sell, like?
I know, I've been looking at loads of people on Instagram I haven't really looked into it, to be honest, but they do look really good, don't they?
Yeah, I'll buy some, definitely. I've got like the rubbish nails at the minute.
Maybe I should definitely look into that.
Yeah.
What should people be doing with their nails like in this time? So a few people have asked questions about they've had gels on for like years, and obviously it's been an ongoing thing, but now that we've had to stop, people either pick them off or now they've grown out, they don't really know how to like look after their nails on their own. Like, what would you say are the kind of tips for home nail care?
Well, what was really good at the start of lockdown, Peachy, which is the sister brand of the gel bottle, they made like a little home removal kit that anyone can buy, and it was about £20, but you literally got your nail wraps, acetone, nail files, buffers, cuticle oils, and it was dead straightforward for people to take the nails off at home and not ruin them, because people literally just pull them off if they're hanging off, and that's when people's nails start becoming a mess.
Yeah, so if people did do that, then what do you do then?
I would definitely recommend cuticle oil. Is literally morning and night is just the best for nails, especially weak. Maybe get a good nail strengthener as well for the meantime. But I definitely, if your nails are really weak after gels, I definitely cut them short and just put cuticle oil on them, just leave them be.
What about, I'm terrible for, I've got no nails, they're like little stumps. I'm really bad